Alright guys, so I've talked about it long enough and I've finally completed the DIY frag tank in the dining room. Today I'm just going to show you all the equipment and a quick walkthrough of the entire system, so stay tuned. Alright, so I want to show you guys the equipment that is running my new frag tank. It is a very non-sophisticated system, I guess you could call it. It's hang on the back filter, a couple of power heads, and a heater. So first, I'm using the Fluval 70 or the Aqua Clear 70. They're pretty much both the same thing, just in a different box. So this, in my opinion, is the best hang on the back filter for any tank where you're going to need one. They have tons of different sizes. They have, I think, a 30, a 50, a 70, a 110. The 110s are huge, but 70 is going to work perfectly for the tank upstairs. So that is the filter system that I'm using. Next is the heater. I'm using the Aqueon Pro 150. It's a 150 watt heater. It's good for up to 55 gallons. My tank holds exactly 30 gallons. I've been using these for a long time, over 5 years, over 7 years actually. I've been using the Aqueon Pros. In my eyes, they're practically bulletproof. Knock on wood. I have not had any issues with these in any tank that I've ever had them in. So the power heads, again, are basic, simple power heads. I'm not going to have them on any type of wave maker. It's just the Hydor Corellias. The bigger one on the bottom is 850 gallons per hour, and at the moment this is the 240 gallons per hour, but I am going to be swapping this one out and getting the Hydor 425 gallons per hour. So that's it. Just two pumps, two power heads for the system. And last but not least, the prize jewel of the entire system. This is my new sump, guys. This is how I'm going to be running it. I reached out to Intank, and you guys may have known I actually gave one away in my 3K giveaway, and they also sent one for me. Intank is all over the place. These guys make, I would think, the best quality acrylic inserts for all-in-ones, for hang on the backs. They have a ton of stuff. You can find them on eBay, Amazon, Marine Depot. You can check out their website, but it's Intank LLC. If you just go on Google and just type in Intank Media Baskets, you're going to find them. This thing is pretty cool. This just fits right in. I'm a firm believer on sump socks. And with the standard Fluval hang on the back, you have to take out the entire tray to change it. So the way this is designed is the water will be coming in from the right-hand side here and flowing down. So I'm going to be using this I got from Intank as well. This is just your basic, media filter, and I'm going to be using it as a sump sock. So I'm going to be putting it in here, and as often as I can, you just pull it out and replace it with a new pre-cut piece, and that's essentially my filter sock. Then under here, I'm going to, this is a removable tray, so you can just put whatever you want in here, but I'm actually going to be filling this with Marine Pure spheres. I'm going to be able to fit 4 spheres in here, which is going to be plenty for 30 gallons. I'm actually taking the spheres out of the 75 that I've had in the sump now for 6 months. So they are totally cycled, ready to go, and that will instantly kickstart the tank. And then I'm going to be probably putting some carbon in here, maybe a little bit of Fosguard or something, because I'm not running a skimmer. It's a brand new tank, essentially, so I don't need to really run anything like that yet. And then after all that, I'm going to be topping it off with another layer to polish the water before it, goes out the overflow holes. So that is the filter system. Now, let's go take a look at the tank and see how it's running. Alright, so now that you've seen all the equipment that I'm using and how I'm going to be running the filtration, let's just take a look at the cabinetry. It's a basic cabinet that I built, but since I'm using a hang on the back filter, I put some shelving in. It's adjustable shelving, and basically just running the system off of 2 surge protectors. The top surge protector is running my heater, the 2 power heads, and the Fluval 70. And the bottom one is running the 2-channel T5 fixture. At the moment, there's just the one timer. The other one actually was very old and stopped keeping the correct time, so I got to pick up a new one, and I'll put that in there tomorrow. But otherwise, that's no big deal. So that's pretty much it for underneath the tank. Now let's take a look at how everything's running. So at the moment, the tank is currently only 5 days old. I've had water in here for 5 days, but since I used the pre-cycled Marine Pure, and I currently am doing the 7-day regimen of Aqua Vitro Seed, I'm not going to have any issues whatsoever. I've used the Aqua Vitro Seed before with no pre-cycled media, and I had fish and coral in it on the very first day, and everything was perfect. So that's that. So at the moment, you know, the 2 frag racks that are on the glass, they're going to be pretty much permanent. The 2 racks at the bottom, they're just temporary for the moment. I actually use these for transporting corals, and I wanted to raise this one, so I just put some 1/2-inch PVC in there. It's leaning a little bit, but it's not going to fall over. It's nice and stable. And actually, the way I set up the Hydor 850 over here on the left and the 425 up here on the right, it's actually giving me pretty good flow. Now, you guys know me. I gotta have T5s above every single tank that I have. So this is the WavePoint retrofit T5 fixture. If you're interested in getting one, I got mine on eBay. Very good for the price. This is the retrofit kit, and what it is, it's a solid fixture, but it doesn't have a casing on it. It comes with a couple of different mounting and hanging options. I'm going to show you how I actually mounted this one. So you can see here, it comes with these rail kits that directly bolt to a canopy, and it mounts on this aluminum frame. It comes with 2 of them, and it also comes with a wiring kit in case you do want to hang it from a ceiling or incorporate it with some other type of light fixture. The 24-inch fixture does only come with 1 ballast, so it's a single channel fixture. So what I ended up doing is I took that ballast out and I ordered 2 separate ballasts that can run 24-inch bulbs to essentially make it a 2-channel fixture. So the first channel is tube number 1 and tube number 3 that are both Blue Plus ATI bulbs. They come on at noon. Then I have an actinic as the number 2 bulb, and the number 4 bulb in the back is the Coral Plus. They come on at 3. Now they come on at 3, and then I have them turning off at 9. And then the 2 Blue Pluses, they turn off at 10. So that's my lighting schedule, and that's the light fixture. I'm also using this Intank, it's an overflow box. It replaces the intake tubes, and it's adjustable, and it has magnets sealed on the inside of the acrylic so that you can adjust the height if you want to raise and lower it. And it's a surface skimming overflow. It's just like a standard reef tank, but for a hang on the back filter. You can see how it definitely makes things nice and clean. You don't have the long intake tube that's going to go down, possibly get a couple critters stuck in it because of the strong suction. This is a nice overflow. And on the back here, you can see the 2 magnets attached. They're actually rubber coated so that if you do put them on your glass, it's not going to scratch them. But definitely like these. Like I said, this one is made by Intank specifically for the Fluval 70. And they do make a lot of stuff, so you definitely want to go check out intankllc.com and check out all their options. It's definitely a great way to run an inexpensive saltwater reef tank. Freshwater you can use it for. They have a lot of cool stuff for all-in-one systems and hang on the backs. So I definitely highly recommend that. They actually sent me the basket, and I got the overflow basket actually from Dave's Nano Tanks. He had a spare one laying around, and I was like, perfect. So that's that. And of course, yep, there are some corals in here. There's about 35 to 40 frags in here at the moment. I'm going to be transferring a bunch from the 75 over to here, and I got a lot more coming as well. This is going to be just for some upcoming frag swaps. So that's it for the Corian tank. Turned out pretty good, you know. I couldn't get a 40 breeder in here because it was just a little too long, and I didn't want to get a 20 long because it was just a little too small. So I had to build this one. The dimensions of this from side to side are 30 inches. The height is 18, and the depth from front to back is 16. So it's close to a 29-gallon tank, but this one actually, the 29-gallon tank is only 12 front to back, and this is 16, so it gives me a little bit more room. It holds exactly 30 gallons. As soon as I'm done filling it, as is, with the equipment and the coral in here now, it took exactly 30 gallons. So there you have it. Stay tuned for the next update when I have probably about twice as much coral in here. But just want to show you guys that, you know, you can run a reef tank with a hang on the back filter, and it does make it a lot easier when you're using the media basket. And I definitely think it helps using that Intank overflow box. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.